Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. In this series of videos, we're looking at the effects inside the Boss Katana. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, go and have a look at those as well. But today, we're going to be concentrating on the phaser. If you like what we do, it would really help us if you liked and subscribed. And don't forget to click on that little bell button down there and you'll be notified of any future videos that come out from the Studio Rats. So a phaser is a modulation device, much like a flanger or a chorus pedal. Now, the great thing about the phaser is that it's used in a lot of songs and it gives a lot of character to the guitar. It almost gives like a sort of swooshing sort of sound. Much like a flanger. So what we're going to do first of all, just to go through all the different controls. Now, the first thing we choose is the type. So we can choose between 4-stage, 8-stage, 12-stage or biphase. So 4-stage sounds like this. 8-stage sounds like this. 12-stage sounds like this. And bi-stage sounds like this. So for me, the only useful phaser is a 4-stage phaser. So I would stick normally to a 4-stage. Okay, the next thing is rate. Now that is the speed of the effect. So if I take it back to 0, we almost get like an out of phase sort of sound, which is exactly what a phaser is. Now if I speed it up to 100, you get like a laser gun sort of effect. So it's useful between, say, 30 to 60. The depth is how deep the effect is. So again, it's useful between, say, 30 and 60. So the next control is resonance, and I guess you could call this the character of the phaser or how dense the effect is. So if I bring it back to 0, and I slowly bring it up, up to about 70 is where it's useful. Now if I take it up to 100, you can call the cops. So again, I would tend to have that around about between 30 and 60. So the manual control is how much of the effect is there. So if I bring it back to 0, and then bring it in. So again, I would tend to have that around about 50. The next control is step rate, and if anyone's seen my video on the slicer, it's a bit like that. So if we bring it back to 0 or off, it sounds exactly the same as 100. And that's basically because the waveform is smoothed out at 100 as opposed to having steps in it. So let's bring it back to 0. Right, the next control is effects level. Now again, as we're in series, this affects the overall volume. Let's bring that up. So again, you want to match that to roughly the same sort of volume as if the effect is switched off. Now, unlike a lot of the other effects, the direct mix is a lot more useful on this effect. So if you get too much of the effect, like really there is at the moment, if I bring up the direct mix, we get a lot more clarity of the guitar signal coming through. I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. I hope you guys got something out of that. Thanks again to everyone that's bought me a coffee. I can't say thank you enough. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to buy me a coffee, you can buy me a coffee. There's a link down in the notes below. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe and you'll be notified of any future videos that come out from the Studio Rats. I'm Paul from the Studio Rats and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.